What's up, guys? Welcome back, all my cloud checking friends. We got another one for you today. We're looking at the SwirlFish. This is the version 1 from Fasttech.com. I'm going to do a quick run through on this guy and a speed build for you today. So, comes in a standard box. This guy here, SKU number is 25330. It does come with a little bag of useless stuff. Magic blue screwdriver, 2 O-rings, and some pretty useless silica wicks, and looks about 34 gauge wire. Other than that, it's not too bad of an RDA. I don't know, I'll put it together here and I'll show you all the features here in a second. Not really sure, if it does any swirling that they claim, but it does whistle. So hey, if you're looking for a whistle. So this is the build deck. I'm just going to run you through all the parts real quick, and then I will do a quick speed build on there for you. So it does say SwirlFish on the bottom. This is a copy of Project Subome. That's what that logo is. I actually did some research to figure out what the hell. No, it's not a clown face. Nobody knows what the hell the chemical symbols are. The NH2 and the N. It's some derivative of a nicotine molecule, but anyway, so you have the nice cutout on the side. Different, that's like, I can't remember the different sizes. 1 mil, 1.5, 2 mil, something like that. They are graduated sizes, though. So I should have finished with the build deck. It's nicely machined, 4-post. Negatives milled right into the deck, so they'll never pull out. It's fairly deep juice well, dual O-rings, copper positive. Not too sure if you can remove it. Or actually, yes, I do know this. I actually made this video already once, about a week ago, and I actually am just remaking it now. So when I first got this guy, it was not usable in the sense that I like to build with 26 gauge wire. The way that they had machined this post, it was too tall, and the screws were too short. So the screws would bottom out just a little bit too early, and it would not allow a good contact between a 26 gauge or smaller wire. So the solution for me, I just pulled those 2 screws out of the center post, and I took my Dremel with some sand, like a sand wheel attachment, or just your whatever grinder, and grind some off. I did look at pulling the post out. It is pressed in so it won't spin. I did like that feature. I don't want to pull it loose and then break that seal and then I'll have it spin on me. So I did it just right like that by removing the screws. And just, you can see the tops of the posts. This was pretty much level with the top, so I ground it down about 1 mil. Just enough where the screws will contact properly. So that was an issue out of the box. However, some longer screws would easily fix that. I think for an $8 or $9 atomizer, I don't think you can really go wrong. Okay, so the rest of it, like I said, you got the I don't know, the tube, what is this? I don't know. Single or dual airflow, you can close it off, so it just pops in like so, and I actually didn't do anything to those O-rings. That's how they fit, so they're nice and tight. Sorry, knock my camera around. So anyway, the build deck just pops in there. Then you got the top cap. So the top cap, you can see underneath kind of chewed up. I actually did go in there with the Dremel and clean up those there's a lot of big burrs on the bottom of that, like bad ones, like that would cut you bad. Those are the only ones on it though. The rest were machined right. So that's the top flow, or the top cap airflow. It does whistle. I'll show you that in a minute. I don't know, like the holes are fairly small, and the way, like I don't really get this top cap airflow design, because when you clip it on there and you start spinning it around, you'll see it lining up the holes there. Well, you don't really have a choice. It's like all open or nothing. Like you can go, well, I guess you can, okay, 2, okay, there you go. So that's how it works. So let's pop that in there. It does not, this version did not come with a drip tip, and I did notice now that there is, like literally a day after I purchased this, they came out with a V1.5. It is identical in every way. The only difference being, you see this little spot right there, they've knurled the top cap just on this one little edge right here, so it makes it a lot easier to adjust your airflow without messing up the top airflow. So if I were you and you're looking at getting this, it's not a bad RDA for the price, really. Get the 1.5, I would. So I'm just going to try and line these up here again. There they go. So that's kind of the bitch. Now every time you want to open your airflow, you mess up the top cap. So you kind of got to get it, set it, and forget it. So that's what she looks like all together. Let me grab a drip tip and I'll show you the whistle that I'm talking about here. Okay, so I just threw on one of my old 2 puffs drip tips. Now, it only whistles at a certain spot. I was just kind of messing with it, so I don't know. Kind of have to hear it in person. It's not bad, actually. It's not as bad as I thought it was. Like, the first time it seemed worse for some reason. I don't know if I had it adjusted funny. Oh, wait a minute, too. It's only in single flow. Let's try this one last time. I don't know. Anyway, neither here nor there. It doesn't really matter. This top cap airflow thing, I don't really know what the point is. Does it really do anything? I don't know. I really don't think it does much, if anything. However, this thing does have fairly good flavors. I'm not complaining about the atomizer. It's not bad for the price point. It performs fairly good. Airflow is on par. It's got big airflow if you keep it wide open, and the flavors are good with the 510. As soon as you start going into the wide bores and stuff like this, I find the flavors are a lot more muted. With the exception of this CLTV3, which I'll be doing a review of next, which actually has a 510 bore adapter. So it's only 510 bore, but it looks like it's wide bore. It's an interesting setup. This is probably one of my most favorite RDAs of all time. And keep an eye out for that. I will be doing the review for that next. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick build on this. I don't really do that shit on camera. I figure I'll save you guys this time. So I'm just going to wrap a 7-wrap, 26 gauge, 3mm coils. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm going to do 2.5mm coils. I always do 3 or 3.5. I'm going to go a little smaller, just for a change. So I'm using this new Kiro coiler set I got from Fasttech. This is the 8-piece one. It comes with 1.5, or is it 1? Yeah, 1mm all the way up to 3.5mm. And it comes with the 3 different Kiro set. I love this thing. It works awesome, man. It was like $9, I think. American, from Fasttech, before shipping and all the waiting games and all that crap you play. But when you get it, it might be worth it. Been thinking about doing a full-on build video for you guys. If you guys do want to see something like that, let me know, and I'll do a detailed build video showing you all the tricks and stuff that I use. But one thing I want to mention, these are gold. If you can pick them up, keep in mind the name is not a racist name. They're called cuticle nippers, and I don't know why they're called that, but they are. I picked these up from, actually I stole them from my wife. But they work phenomenally well for being able to just get right up. Sorry, let me get this in focus for you guys. Get right up close, and you can just clip the wire off, literally flush, right with the side. And you can just score it, and you just click it like that, and then you can just bend it a couple times, and it'll snap right off. So easy. And it'll be flush. Like, there's no fighting with it. And just by having it on an angle like that, makes them so easy to get in there. I've used a lot of nail clippers and all that too, and I find these just work so much easier. Okay, so like I said, I just went and wrapped up some coils. I changed my mind. I went with 8 wraps. So this is 26 gauge, 8 wraps at 2.5mm. Not quite centered yet, but as you can see, I do a little jog on my coils just to kind of get it into the center of the build deck. That's kind of how I do it. You can do it your own way. So I'm just going to go ahead and burn these in now. See what it meters out to, and then I will go ahead and wick it up. I'm going to be using some Muji cotton again. I've been really enjoying this Muji cotton, to tell you the truth. It's from Fasttech, but it's delicious. So 0.51 it says, 50 watts, a little too much. Just cracking this down a bit just to burn it in. Okay. So you can see it's already going kind of uneven on that one side, but it's not a problem. Just burst the power, get it hot, and squish it. Sorry guys. So I did the same thing on the other side. I just got them hot, each one side, and squished them. And you'll see the power's kind of uneven at first, but as soon as they start flowing some power through the wires, they'll start to burn more evenly, right? And you can see if it starts, like it should go from the inside out. I can see on that bottom coil it's kind of weird on that one side, so you can kind of just do that. See? It's just the wires were touching a little too much, so sometimes that's all it takes. It's just a little bit of patience. So that's it, burned in, good enough for me. I'm going to go ahead and just tighten everything up again. Always make sure after burning them in that you just snug everything up, because the wires will contract with the heat. Ouch. Don't burn yourself like I just did. Go. I'm just going to fix that one coil. I kind of mucked it up a bit. Mucked it up, I should say. Okay, so there she is. All finished up, ready to vape. So, I'm going to go ahead and wake it up and saturate it with some hot sauce. Okay, so I just went and wicked this up real quick using that Muji cotton from Fasttech. You can check the description for the SKU number there. So I'm just going to saturate it up. I'm going to use some strawberry cheesecake. Pretty straightforward. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put it all together first, just to make sure I keep those O-rings nice and dry. It's good to me. There she is. She metered out at 0.56. Oh, 0.57. And I gotta say, it's pretty flavorful, pretty dense, thick clouds. I'm only firing at 56 watts too. It's kind of what I aim for, kind of a 50 watt build, something that you can run all day and it's not going to kill your batteries. So that's it guys, thank you guys for watching the video. Go ahead, crush the thumbs up button for me, like, sub, share. Make it cloudy, my friend. Keep calm. Vape on.